is the Sim Pit. I'm your host, Shaun Cole, and welcome to today's edition of the Pit Stop, where you, the pit crew, you are the real star of today's show. Didn't check my audio. Audio's working. Good. Everything's working. That is wonderful. Happy Hump Day, everybody. Mitchie, the Sim Pit, occupied from 10. That's like when I get off the air. No, Mitchie, I believe you're clear. Good to go. Good to go. Look at that. We have more streaming going on. You're going to have the ACC League race on the Sim Pit, 2 hours of racing coming up following the show. Am I late? My clock does not show me late. I'm going to have to check my clocks. Happy Hump Day. I hope you're all having a good weekend this week. I am having a good week so far. Getting a lot of things done behind the scenes, getting a lot of organization, getting more and more comfortable with streaming from here, and that's changed things a bit. So anyway, everything is really, really cool. Everything's good. Everything's happy and wonderful. The other thing I'm going to say is I think today we have a better balance of news. Maybe Wednesday is the sweet spot right now, where we have a little bit of crossover of the pro esports series, and then we have a little bit of the real life pro, our guys, as the real life is what I'm saying, pro sim racing stuff, and then we have actually some sim racing news from around the world, things going on, various little entertaining tidbits to tune in. I did, and you can all thank a handful of people who've made comments, and mostly Devin for taking those comments to me in parade style and saying, Shaun, can you please put the links to what you're talking about in the description of the show. So I did that on Friday, but I forgot on Monday, but today they are back. So all the links for everything we're going to talk about are available, except for our first story, actually, because this one came in very, very late. I'm still figuring out where to put this cord. I'm having my headphones so I can see if I blast you guys with audio, because I'll get hit with it as fast as you will. Anyway, what's going on in sim racing? What is happening? What's going on in your worlds? I love hearing what you guys are up to. You know, what's hot? Have you guys been playing SnowRunner? On Monday, I did my first missions. Did them for like the 8th time over, which is still fun in the game. And then did some multiplayer tag teaming missions with Amir and Devin. I know a lot of you guys have been playing it. What are your thoughts so far? Is it worth the money? Is it a buy? Is it a no buy? I've really enjoyed it. For me, I think it's a buy. I think it's got things that can be improved, and I'm sure they will, because that's the modern tempo of sim racing. Things come out broken, in need of more. I'm not saying that's the case here, but let's hope it is, because it means that hopefully they'll improve and make it better. Maybe VR support in the future, maybe good force feedback. It's a quality game. It's worth buying. I've enjoyed it. We were talking already about doing another multiplayer tag teaming stream and seeing how that goes. Yeah, multi-USB support, that's an essential. Yeah, no button box, no buy. I agree. SnowRunner is out. Racing 393. Bucho, that is a great question. How about yes? How about we do that either tonight or tomorrow night? Tomorrow night would probably be better for me, but Joa gives it a meh. Is that for SnowRunner, Joa? Let's see here. Okay. Let's get on with the news. Yeah, just want to get you guys. No tires. Dave Flair. Dave, no tires, Blair. All right. What's going on in sim racing, you guys? Check this out. I'm going to just read what it says. So this is posted by Supercars. V8 Supercars. Race 12. No words, just watch.
Joey Logano alongside him. We're getting set. They're on the edge of the St. Lawrence River. 29 supercars. 6 supercar champions, 7 Bathurst winners and some international superstars, and already they are into each other. Logano gets centre punched into non-existence, so he's gone to the back of the pack. So Joey's got a grin going. He's picked it up and grabbed it. Alex Davison's getting nailed here as well. I did promise you some chaos. I'm delivering on the promise. Nick Percat's got a half a roll going on here. We've got Marcus Ambrose, Lee Holdsworth, Chris Pither, Anton Di Pasquale, Scott McLaughlin, and just about everybody.
Dave, no, hold on.
Upside down or in a wall.
I don't ever want to hear you guys talk about our starts ever again. Our guys, we might have some chaos at times, but 9 out of 10 times, honestly, it's because our guys are just competitive, trying hard, and we push hard. But this is a mess. This is a mess.
It's a sprint race
of unseen levels.
Around here. The racetrack on the island is right nearby the CBD. Jack Smith doesn't look too stressed. Joey Logano alongside him. We're getting set. They're on the edge of the St. Lawrence River. 29 supercars. 6 supercar champions, 7 Bathurst winners and some international superstars, and already
no one's lifting. Oh, let's just go full blast into it. Still haven't learned our lesson. Let's keep doing more of it.
He's got a grin going. He's picked it up and grabbed it. Alex Davison's getting nailed here as well. I did promise you some chaos. I'm delivering on the promise. Nick Percat's got a half a roll going on here. We've got Marcus Ambrose, Lee Holdsworth, Chris Pither, Anton Di Pasquale, Scott McLaughlin, and just
Turtle! Someone help out the turtle! Come on, not even any help. Not even any help. Anyway, I just thought that was amusing as can be. So that's what we're watching that for. All right. What else? Here's the other thing. Here's what I think I'm going to start doing when it comes to some of the esport coverage in general. I think it's just going to be giving you guys the headlines. Again, the links are there. If you want to hear about it, you want to read the whole story, you want to see the video if there is one, that's what we're going to do. But we're going to try to move it along a little bit. I want your guys' conversation to drive the things that we need to sit around and talk about. Like again, things that this might be a better use of our time discussing this and how it compares to us and our series or race leagues and open series that we run in iRacing or Assetto or R-Factor or whatever. How does this compare to what you've seen and been in? That might be better use of our time. Then Bergeron extends his points lead with World of Outlaws sprint car win at Lernerville. So, Bergeron, he is the best. He's just, everyone really, is there any beating him? This guy is just always on top. In the NASCAR side of things, this is our guys. This is our real life pros, not these pros, our pros. Nick Ottinger won the Monster Mile, so he takes win in the big. Here's him coming to.
Sure. And the Monster Mile in 2020 is tamed by Nick Ottinger. And the Monster Mile in 2020 is tamed by Nick Ottinger.
All right. What else? R-Factor. Well, it's actually Formula E talking about it. Qualifier for round 2 of the ABB Formula E race home challenge is now open. So this is the race at home. Get ready for intense racing with Formula E Gen 2 car race at home challenge. So I believe this is for us. This is why we're taking a little extra time on this. Winner of the challenge grid finale will win Ultimate Formula E driving experience. This will be comprised of driving the Formula E Gen 2 car for a minimum of 5 laps around the Formula E circuit during an E-Prix weekend, or a VIP trip for 2 people to watch an E-Prix during season 6 or 7, blah, blah, blah. Plus entry into the World Finals. So here are the different qualifying periods and the format and something that you guys should go do. Yeah, me too, Brad. Me too. Want to hear more about my F1's 2020 My Team? then we got the thing for you. Lee Mather and Red Bull Gaming talk about my team, split screen, and a whole lot more. So, again, we're seeing and hearing more and more news about the 2020 version of Formula One. And, again, I have the links. That's why we don't have to stick around and talk about these. Down below, if you want to read this and hear more about the promo for F1 2020 and talk cars, circuits, new features, and split screen and all that. Grid, in case you missed it, in partnership, I've told you guys about this, but I love free stuff. I love the opportunity. You know, you think about, you buy a lottery ticket, what are your odds? Like 1 in, billions? I don't know. But when you enter like a little tiny, and believe it or not, an Intel gaming competition is pretty tiny too. Pretty decent odds on this one. But in case you missed it, in partnership with Grid, their friends at Logitech Gaming are running a competition to win a Predator gaming laptop. That's kind of what I'm getting at. You guys could win a cool gaming laptop. Look at all the giveaway stuff. All you have to do is sign up here, submit your entry, and you could win some cool stuff. I'll take that. I need a new laptop. My Alienware is way too giant and heavy, and the battery doesn't last long enough, and it's just too heavy. I don't want that. I want something modern like that. Anyway, that looks pretty beefy for a laptop, too. That would be a good one. Again, I will take sponsorship from any company that I actually use their products. I mean, right now, Pepsid is my go-to. Joe, a Game of the Year edition. NASCAR Heat. Don't miss round 2 of the 2020 eNASCAR Heat Pro League regular season at Watkins Glen International tomorrow at 8 p.m. Eastern. So that's today, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. That's their truck series, feeder series for the NASCAR Heat. And you can go check that out. Gran Turismo. We talked about that they're going to have Tigney, remember? Where is he? This guy, where is he? Oh, wow, there's all. This guy. No, yeah. The main man, Tigney, has a message for you ahead of his stint in the FIA Nations Cup Weekly Hot Seat.
Hi guys, Marcin Grady here, otherwise known as Tigney, of course.
Tigney.
Do you want to find out how I do in the World Tour events, or how I even qualify for them in the first place by competing in the FIA Gran Turismo series? Well, make sure you subscribe to Gran Turismo and find out how I did in Nations Cup Round 1 at 8 p.m. British Summertime.
Okay, here, I'm trying to get that. I didn't have
Hi,
that.
guys.
You know what? I don't have Tony Stewart game's not on my radar. I got to make sure I put that on my radar. Anyway, here is the video.
I am shaking! I am shaking! Alright, let's go! P6. Anybody can win this. Anybody.
That's it. That's it. Joe, it's so true. I don't even think I don't even need a laptop. I just need a tablet with a keyboard that works. I have a tablet, but my keyboard died like a week after buying it, so I haven't gone back. But yeah, that would be adequate. I'm trying to get. Let's see here. Let's try Stewart game, and then let's try Twitter. Here we go. This just in, everyone. Tony Stewart Sprint Car Racing announcing a couple of days ago. They're excited to announce the addition of Knoxville races to Tony Stewart Sprint Car Racing. New track will be available for purchase April 29th for the Xbox One, PlayStation 4, and Steam. We can't wait to see you out on the track. So if you are looking for cash, no, if you're looking for more entertainment on that game, it is coming out. And again, more content being added to the game. That's good. What else? Wreckfest. Check this out. Wreckfest with an announcement. Tournament update released on Steam. So I'm looking at the Steam version. Tournament update release, computer challenges, conquer the leaderboards, and earn fame to claim exclusive rewards. Tournament mode, new Demolition Derby Arena, the Maw, support for American All-Star Car Pack, up to 80% shorter loading times, stability and performance improvements. I think we need to do... All right, Bucho, tell me I'm wrong. I think we need to Wreckfest tonight, and then we need to Chicagoland tomorrow night. What do you think of that? What do you think of that as a game plan for the crew? All right, Thrustmaster. They're giving away a new chance to a selection of Ferrari licensed products from April 28th through May 12th. What's this all about? All right, well, their T300 Ferrari Integral Racing Wheel Alcantara Edition, normally €449, is now at $269. Oh, out of stock. So much for that. Geez, those went quick. What else is worthy? Here you can get the Ferrari F1 add-on wheel for almost half, well, like 40% off, I guess. €180 normally, down to 108. That's pretty good. Same thing for the 599 rim. Yeah, the vintage rim, which is ridiculously expensive, normally €400 at $239. What else? These headphones, which I don't know if I'd even get them for 60. I wasn't that impressed, other than they look really cool. I do use them for my streaming PC on Twitch, but that means I really don't use them. Anyway, Ferrari. Yeah, it is all the Ferrari stuff, by the way, if you notice. It's all the Ferrari edition stuff is on sale. I wonder what that means. I wonder if that means anything. Is there a reason why Thrustmaster would be getting rid of their Ferrari product in particular? I wonder if that means, all right, let's play the speculation game. That's what we really do here. We're not here for the news. I mean, I'm not saying anything, and I have no knowledge or wisdom, and I'm not trying to play conspiracy theories. What if this means that there is, yeah, they've run out of their Ferrari license? Does this mean that maybe, and knowing Thrustman, what if this means that they've changed license? What if they have acquired, yes, what if they've acquired a new license like Mercedes or McLaren or who knows? Anyway, there's got to be a reason they're selling their Ferrari line in particular, probably in an attempt to get this for all of them. Yeah, I kind of ignored that conversation, if it is what I think it is. That's okay. We're going to move right along anyway. Yeah, exactly, true. And then here's the other thing. Would this also kind of be like a play in the esport market? So with Ferrari having their own esport team and not maybe wanting to maintain the Thrustmaster affiliation, maybe part of this is another way to capture esport marketing opportunity through drivers and things. Yeah, what if they went to Williams? Exactly. So my point here and why I bring up the speculation is because we get to sit and wait and see if we don't hear an announcement in the next short, reasonable period of time. And if it did, hey, we are all over that once again. We've been all over a lot of things that's going on in sim racing. That's one of the reasons I do love the Sim Pit, is if you were to go back in time, you would find that we have talked about a great many things before they happened, before they were being conceptualized. And I think we've been on the forefront of our industry, we collectively, the pit crew. And this could be another case. Anyway, thank you for the great conversation. What else? You know, these deals might not always be money deals anymore. You know, after what's going on right now with how much the real life world is depending on sim racing as the only way to market, really. So it might not be a money deal anymore. It might be a handshake. It might be a even Steven deal. Who knows? Yeah, good point. They have Sparko, but that could be it. It could be a Sparko expansion. That wouldn't be unheard of. Steven Dager, do you want to share your idea, or are you waiting for investment? I know you, buddy. A BMW sim racing event the virtual way. Sim racing in Romania? Yes, sim racing in Romania, a country that plays a supporting role in traditional racing compared to great nations such as Germany. Their words, not mine. Italy, England, or France is in the fast lane in the currently booming field of sim racing. BMW Group Romania is the title partner of the increasingly popular Racing League Romania and is helping get a real BMW legend back on the racetrack. The car is in action and most successful touring car ever built, the BMW M3 E30. Everybody knows the E30. Anyway, links in the description if you want to read more. Rookie Race Line posting this. Poor man's Stream Deck. How to add a keyboard to your system and make it work as a button box or macro keyboard. That can be very beneficial for people who want to get more out of their keyboard. You wouldn't believe it you can actually do with macros, even on a simple way or on a more complex way. Oh, look at that. There, I have recommended that many a time. You know that. The MFD by Thrustmaster. Great cheapo button box. You get 2 of those for like, I can't remember the price. It's not a lot. It's like $80 maybe. And you get 2 of these panels, which gives you like 20 buttons and 4 rocker switches up and down per panel. And you get 2 of them. All the aliens have Eastern European names. A great many of the greatest sim racers certainly do. I just realized I'm starving. Okay, there you go. If you want to read more about it, you have the link. Steam. Excuse me. That's why I have heartburn, by the way. I've never been a breakfast eater, and I think now my body is starting to demand food earlier. Yeah, please, everybody who's talking about things that don't belong on this show, please stop. Anyone, I don't care who your name is. I don't want certain topics. If it's not what we're talking about, if it's not relevant somehow, some way, then let it go. And just because we mentioned a guy's name on a game isn't a reason to bring up old topics that are dark and gloomy at a time where we all need to be positive and upbeat. So, please, guys. Steam, Drift 21 hits early access on May 7th. So, Drift 21! Woohoo! It's not even the end of 2020. We're drifting in 2021 already. Heiko, are you in the audience? Heiko, you here? Are you giving Drift 21 I'm excited about it, or are you giving it a meh? That's what I need to know. Heiko will be my person to get information on whether this is worth it or not. Dehydrated and also heartburn. I'm a mess, you guys. The NintendoLife.com, but I can still do push-ups. Retro-inspired racer 80s Overdrive speeds onto Switch eShop next month. Alright, what's this all about? This is a 2-minute break for Shaun. Awesome. And you know what? In the 80s, that would have been really cool. But it's not the 80s. Alright, a squat cam. I need to swear to have to instigate the push-up cam. Okay, do we have any more thought on the drift game? Did I go too quickly? Do we have... Oh, here. This is what we're missing. I don't know why I'm robot today. Pop, 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 pop. Do you know what one of my least favorite sounds in all of sim racing is? Or racing in general? I hate the sound of a rev limiter. Yes, we can do handbrakes, Troy. I've got one. I've got a couple, actually. And I'm going to do a DIY version coming up fairly soon. So, but yes, it's part of it. I don't think, the problem I think for the drifting games, oh, I love turbochargers. Oh, yeah, Sim Invader. I do love turbochargers. But I just don't like the sound of that when it pegs the rev limiter. It's a letdown. If you're driving a car and you get into the rev limiter, especially if you're in top gear, there is nothing more disheartening. Joa, I did them on the spot. Well, not on the spot, because it was during the stream. I mean, during the race. But I did them during the stream following the race. I'm all over. I don't rally, and you can tell by my lack of respect for the rev limiter. No, you might use it in rally, Devin, but it doesn't mean it's not a horrible, disheartening sound to a guy like me. I don't know if they are or not, John. I don't know if they aren't. I've done a fair amount of push-ups over the last couple months. The problem is they're not done religiously enough. So it seems like I have my days where I do 40 or 50, and then I have my days where I do none. So, all right, we already talked about overdrive. And check this out. You know, so many things with what's going on in the world. You don't use it, you bash the piss out of it. Yeah, exactly, Troy. You know what I'm talking about. Troy knows what I'm talking about. Damn rev limiters. We'd actually warm the cars up, bouncing it on the rev limiter. Road to VR. Think of how many things have been out of stock during this whole thing. There's been disruption in delivery of many a thing. There's been a run on... If I could get him to sit on my back, that'd be great. I should drink a liter of water for every curse word. I agree. Azar. I agree with you there. Think how many things have been out of stock, though. Anyway, the Quest and the Rift S stock check. Headset shipping as early as tomorrow as stock appears to return. So apparently it's been impossible to get a Quest or a Rift S unless you have a friend selling one like I do. And I was able to get myself a Rift S, which I'm still up in the air. I'm not sure. I think for sim racing, and I got to do a sim racing drive on that. I haven't done that yet. The tracking isn't as good, but everything else is better. How's that? Yeah, no one offers to do push-ups. I've been trying to motivate you guys. That's what I've been waiting for. I've been waiting for a email from somebody saying, man, your push-ups have motivated me and I've changed my physique. That would be Don Rickles Bladder. Oh, Mark, you're killing me today, bud. Marco Brett Favre has completely ruined my self-esteem, and it's a miracle that I'm sitting here today with a smile on my face and enjoying myself, and not like laying on my bed in tears, trying to get a hold of some kind of therapist of some sort. It hasn't changed your physique? Oh, we're going to have to do more. Do I need to swear more? Anthony, so I am right. But I think for sim racing it won't matter as much. That's just for when I'm playing other things. You know, what I'm waiting for for me on the VR thing is to when we get to a point where a game isn't made without VR. And I'm a little disappointed in the industry, and I guess it's based on sales, so, you can't really point fingers that much. But when any and every game we get is playable in VR by default, that's when, obviously, it'll be time to jump. I mean, VR is so awesome. You're just motivating me to drink water or to go to the bathroom more. I just need to make sure I always have a 2-minute video at the ready. Yeah, for racing titles, it is getting there where almost most sims do come with VR, or they certainly should at this point. The Rift S was too bouncy for you. It is a little bit bouncy. I mean, I do kind of miss my towers, but the Rift S looks better, and that's what's most important, I suppose, when doing VR. All right, what else? This is just for our 3D printing guys. I know a handful of you, myself included, are all about 3D printing. Again, I have the link in the description below if you want to find out. This is 3dprintingindustry.com. Dr. Adrian Boyer releases proposal for continuous unattended 3D printing system. I don't even know what he's talking about. Here's some sort of model example. Said something about using like solenoid type heaters, and I don't know. It was really solenoid bed heater. Anyway, if you want idea on his thoughts of what could be the future of 3D printing, there you go. I may or may not tune in for that later. Whoa. I'm on the beginner end, not the cutting edge end of 3D printing. Let's see. This is from PC Gamer. Formula E embraces sim racing with some sweet hardware and R Factor 2. So they're actually recommending the Scan 3X Formula E PBA specification and exit H511 mid-tower Asus ROG Strix. I know it's Republic of Gamers. 360 Gaming. I have that board. Intel 9700 i7. I have that. 2400 AI Liquid. I have a variation of that. 16 gig Corsair. This is like almost my computer, by the way. GT. Oh, I have a way better video card than they're specking out. Anyway, that is what Formula E is actually pushing in their packages for Formula E racing. Yeah, Joe, that's the thing I've been kind of waiting for still is, and anybody who knows the Rift S, if you put your headset on, it goes to this weird, like black and white pixelated view that you can see. It looks like, not Terminator, like Predator. And you can see your controllers and go pick them up. And it's really actually kind of cool. I am waiting for my idea, and I don't mind giving a freebie to the VR world. I would like a highlighter pen or stickers that you can put on objects like your mouse or your buttons or your button box, and that your thing will allow you to adjust a transparency. So when I'm looking around, there'll be all these green dots everywhere, and I can adjust how bright the dots are in my view. But that way, I would be able to see anything, and it's where it is in proximity to where I'm sitting and looking. That is the one thing, and I don't know if they're even thinking in that direction. It's an idea I had from the very, very first Oculus that I when I first tested before it even released Oculus, I was annoyed at how for sim racing it was going to be a bad thing for button boxes and shifters and handbrakes. And it's like, cool, well, all they need to do is use like a glow stick of some sort and put some, it could be any color. I'm just thinking, cool, let it be highlighter color. It'll see it really easy. And again, I have a little knob and it adjusts how bright that is. I could have stickers everywhere. It doesn't have to be integrated other than a transparent view through. Anyway. So, Yeah, it's gonna 3D sticky. Thank you. It's gonna be an augmented reality. It won't be 100% VR. I think it will be 100% VR as far as the visuals go for gaming, because I don't see a oh, what was that Tom Cruise movie? You know what I'm talking about. I don't see that being part of sim racing. You know, we're still grounded very much in super awesome visuals and our components. So we would need one that used both, incorporated one. Put AR into VR, and then you'd have the real Minority Report. Thank you, John Hill. I really liked the index when I used it. Thank you, Troy Denny. I really enjoyed the index when I used it for sim racing. I haven't used it outside of sim racing. Some of them I do, some of I don't. Turge. RMG, I'm a few days behind on email. I will take care of that. If you want to make sure you're at the front of the list, today is a good day to resend that email to me one more time, and I encourage you to do that. I will make sure I get you that right away. Azar, that would be awesome too. That would be totally awesome. And maybe that's part of the augmented reality, that you could map certain items, you know, depending on the technology behind the visual with the VR. You could theoretically tell it, oh, see that item that it can distinguish. Maybe it could let that augmented part be seen. That would be even better than highlighter stickers. Oh, there you go. RMG. There you go. Thank you. Yeah, Devin Booth, thank you. I forgot I even set that up. Fampat doing very well. All right, this is entertaining. PC Gamer has this one. This gaming PC is built into a toy Tesla Model S. And yes, you can drive it around. It only set you back about $13,400. Look at that. What the hell? That's a computer in a Tesla? Sorta. This is 8 minutes long. Is this all about the car? It is. You know what? We're gonna lose our monetization for this one, but I gotta pee.
Alright, what's up, Floor Gang? MKBHD here. So, we all know the Mac Pro. Obviously, this is not ideal. There have been many custom PCs of all sorts of themes built before.
Yeah, but that's that's not entertainment. I can't walk away leaving you like this. If you say flashlight on, you can see out your VR headset without taking it off. Is that right, Dave Blair? That's with the Windows mixed reality. Is that built in, or is that after third-party software that does it? Pretty cool. I would like to have that. Again, links in the description below if you want to check it out for yourself. What else? What else? Other than having to pee. Blow through this. Windows Central. Best racing wheels for Forza. All-arounder. Entry level. High-end. High-end PC. Budget build. Build your own. Build your own. That's a little misleading. You just uploaded a Mustang race. I can put that on GoP. There you go. Devin, you can explain to people what we're seeing here.
Whoa. Line.
Ooh.
On the left side.
I have to take this with me.
My hood's got a big crinkle in it now.
Yeah, I watched them barrel through the start grid.
Remember, this race does have a report system. If you guys see anything nefarious, report it.
Good start, mate.
Reckon, come out the pile.
Car on your right.
Uh-oh.
Still there. Clear on
Okay,
your
safely
right.
through, safely through.
My car feels okay.
Sorry, I tire caught the grass and it just pulled me out. I hit the brake and it just wouldn't
Was
give
car
it.
right?
It wouldn't grab.
I'm like a magnet for Rex.
That was all me.
Take care, bud. Slappities.
Damn.
Probably late.
Oh no, what? Oh no. Hello? Wheel? Oh.
Whoa.
Alright, I'm so sorry, you guys. So unprofessional. So,
Alright, gridded
so
16th,
unprofessional.
had a fairly decent start. I know I lost a little bit after that accident.
Alright, do you guys enjoy that? I don't have the link for that in the description of the show, by the way, just so you know. Alright, oh, we're gonna put this over here. Oh, now that I made room, I can drink more coffee. Now you know how we get here. The Howard, on the Howard. I love that. So few people would know what you're talking about. All right, what else? Teamspeed.com. Live out your Le Mans fantasies without leaving home. John Hill's in the audience, and John Hill and I talk about this all the time. While watching the pros race online is fun, there's no better time than now to get a setup for yourself. What we've been talking about, me and John, for years now, is all these people watch racing. And, you know, if they just got themselves a rig, if they just got themselves a sim, they could know what it's like to actually drive Spa or Daytona or whatever their favorite car is. And I think that you could be so much better a fan of the sport if you actually understood it more, so that when you see somebody making a fantastic move, you know just how amazing and remarkable that move was. You know, like I'll give you a great example. I played my share of Nerf football, but my mom never let me play football. Well, let's not go there. We'll end up on our couch doing therapy. But I only played Nerf football, so I really don't know what it's like to you know, be a running back and try to punch through the line. And I think that I could be a decent running back, but anyway, my point here is when I watch, I have no idea how hard some of that stuff is to do because I just have so limited experience. Now, I'm still a fan, but if I knew just how great a move, when I watch soccer, I played soccer for 25 years. When I see somebody do something, I know how impressive or how difficult it was, and it I think makes me a better fan of the sport. Same thing with racing. Anyway, right now I'm hoping that so many people who are watching NASCAR, Formula One, Supercars, whatever you want, are also kind of thinking that same way. Maybe it's time to get a rig and see what it's really like. You know, think of people who watch Isle of Man, you know, and even though it's not perfect playing even with a controller, but at least they'd know what it really looked like at speed and how narrow it really was. No, Azar, I'm the same way. That's why for my streaming I keep it simple. That's why I'm on a I have a motion rig. I have a G seat. I have VR. I have all of these things that we talk about, but when it comes to streaming, keep it simple. Racing393, and I want everybody, he asks, previously I've mentioned having the appropriate wheel on your base, depending on what you drive. And he actually does this where he does what are my thoughts. And it can be very expensive. David Clymer's not in the audience, but he would be a great case example of this. Yeah, where you can, it's really awesome. I mean, now the quick release for my Accuforce is really expensive. So if I wanted to have a round wheel and this wheel, it's going to really increase the cost. So I just use this little bullhorn wheel, and it works. But when I'm running the oval racing on Friday, it kind of sucks. It'd be nice to have. So for me, what I've always said, if you can only have one wheel rim, I would actually want like an 11.5-inch perfectly round wheel. And it's like round will allow me to NASCAR even though it's small. It's small enough that I could Formula 1 even though it's round. And I could even rally race on that rim. But if you have the means, having a different wheel for each scenario is wonderful. Stuart Ibramovig of the Galaxy? Is that what you're talking? The Galaxy? I missed the Scarlett Johansson. I saw her name. I don't know what it was in reference to. Why do you need a round wheel to NASCAR? I think because it's a very high precision in a small amount of distance. So you're doing this a lot mid-corner, a lot more than you do in road racing, and it gives you just a little bit more precision for that type of activity. That's my thought. I could be wrong, but... Arudes, I've had a blast with SnowRunner so far. Hours worth of fun. Yeah, Fnatic is and Fnatic and Thrustmaster have made it very easy at a somewhat affordable level. When you get into the direct drive market, it becomes a little bit more costly of an experience. Like this. Oop, I hit my Windows button. I hope we didn't screw anything up. All right, we already talked about this. Another one, Sim Racing Setup, saying the best 5 Sim Racing Seats Buyer's Guide. Playseat Challenge, Playseat Evolution, whatever. I know. It's there in the links if you want it. GrandPrix.com. Magnussen, not interested in sim racing. Well, at least he's honest about it. At this point, I got to be honest with you, at this point, now that everything's going on, and I would have said something so much different 6 months ago. 6 months ago, I'd have been like, I'm tired of these guys always talking down about sim racing. Now, with all of them running to it or being forced to in some cases, in my opinion, my thinking is, bless the ones who say they just don't want to be a part of it. Good for you. Good for you. Yeah, Billy had the best answer right there, you guys. You can't beat that. Billy Strange Racing. If he's being competitive, he used the wheel that will be easiest to use for whatever the scenario being. If he's being immersive, then getting the correct style rim is what it's all about. United States Air Force Academy. Not really sim racing related. Well, it kind of is. But the Air Force recruiting 4th Fighter Wing, fill a void at NASCAR Racing with innovation. So they're performing a virtual flyover during the iRacing eNASCAR Pro Invitational. I didn't see that. Did anybody see it go on? Did anybody? You hockey puck. What's that for? Why are you guys talking about Scarlett Johansson? John, are you here to single-handedly derail the show? So that's pretty cool. They're incorporating some actual innovation, like they said. doing a flyover for the NASCAR iRacing event. Let's see. Drive Tribe. They're talking about virtual FM is virtually a failure. They're making comparisons and not to be outdone.
Alex Davison of the St. Lawrence River. 29 supercars.
Ooh, I got a package.
6 supercar champions, 7 Bathurst winners, and some international superstars.
Yes, but it's really not very good flight track. It needs a lot of work in that department. It's literally just as fun with the controller.
He's got a grin going. He's picked it up and grabbed it. Alex Davison's getting nailed here as well. I did promise you some chaos. I'm delivering on the promise. Nick Percat's got a half a roll going on here. We've got Marcus Ambrose, Lee Holdsworth, Chris Pither, Anton Di Pasquale, Scott McLaughlin, and just about everybody that's ever driven a supercar since 1932's upside down.
Yep. So anyway, the article is Formula One is a bust, but they do talk about NASCAR getting it right. So there you go. The race, talking about ex-F1 racer in awe at his esport opposition. Former Formula One driver Vincentonio Luisi is as competitive as you can get in his attitude, and his transition to esport from the real sport has failed to dampen the enthusiasm the Italian has for racing. In fact, it's made him hungrier for success. The enforced lockdown that has placed an indefinite halt on the real racing calendar has given many drivers who ordinarily wouldn't compete in esports. He's doing so via both the Race Legends Trophy and as a Lamborghini racer in the SRO Esport GT series currently running in lieu of the GT World Challenge. Anyway, yes, it's bringing out his competitive aspects, comparing it to real life, and in awe of the ability of others. Puts Wreckfest, the spin tire. All right, Dave Blair, have a good day, buddy. All right. The success he never had in real life. Anyway, kind of cool. I like reading that. NST, New Straight Times. Sim racing still far from money making. So despite what we've got going on, it's really still not quite in that world of ready to be making the money. Anyway, it's in the link if you want it. Stafford Motor Speedway, National Series drivers to compete against Stafford drivers on iRacing in Liuna 100. Grand National Tour Wednesday, April 29th. That's today. So they are doing another event. This is a real life, Stafford being a real life speedway, by the way. So they're kind of hosting their own events. Home of the SK Modifieds for NASCAR. Last night in the race, Clymer went to, I think he went to a very large round wheel, thinking that's what they have in a Mustang GT. And he felt like it was a big mistake. I ran this wheel and was very comfortable. I'm just on my little, I don't know, this is probably 290. I can't remember the measurement. This got to be 290 on my little bowl rim. You can see the top there. Anyway, flat bottom. And I was fine in the Mustang with this one. I'll tell you this, any car that you're going to get to this point in steering and want to go more, that's when you don't want a Formula rim. And that's why, like in rally racing, that's the case. I mean, in NASCAR, honestly, I don't turn my wheel more than this, even in NASCAR. So, yeah. Inside the Ultimate Gamer to Racer Challenge. Another thing talking about James Baldwin. Yeah, James Baldwin. World's Fastest Gamer. Another article there if you want to read it. If you haven't heard the story or read the story, we've talked about it many times on the show. You get the whole thing there just to kill some time. Today, links in the description below, as you know. David Galina becomes Pramac Racing Esport Rider for 2020. Sorry, Galina. Sorry, Pramac, if I screwed both your names up, but that's their new draw to their team for their esport competition. This one's kind of cool. compete against Red Bull's Super Formula Pros in a GT Sport online competition. This coming week is one of Japan's biggest annual holidays, Golden Week. To celebrate and also to mark the hiatus in world affairs right now, GT Sport and Red Bull are running a competition in the game. Red Bull Beat the Pro is a sport mode hot lap contest. The event will run through all of Golden Week, April 29th through May 6th, and will consist of time attack that players can access within the game's time trial mode. I'd love to see your results. Here's what it looks like on the screen. Please send me screenshots. Show me where you are on the Red Bull Beat the Pro time attack, and I will make you the star of the show and show everybody what you did. Yeah, Roots, that's kind of what I'm on. This has got to be like a $40 rim right here, to be honest with you. It's just a total knockoff. So, all right, what else? Audi e-tron. Audi launches GT Sport time trial competition. The one-off events are coming thick and fast in GT Sport, with Audi revealing its second this month. The new Audi e-tron Vision Gran Turismo Challenge is part of the brand's Race at Home campaign, which it's running both to keep its professional drivers and its fans busy while much of the world is cooped up at home. Like the Red Bull Beat the Pro, the event announced only a couple days ago, the challenge is only available to users in Japan. Oh, that's Japan only? Shaun Rickles. Oh, Marco, we are almost there. We're actually really close. All right, many of you have heard, in fact, it was that William Marsh, like, beginning of when you started in sim racing, I think I might have brought it up, but the Act Labs, I mentioned this wheel periodically on the show. The Act Labs wheel, man, this thing was so ahead of its time and so not a good wheel. I really didn't enjoy this wheel at all. But it did have a stick shift and it did have a clutch. Anyway, old friend of his set up this again after he showed him a picture of his setup. It's 20 years old. Anyone ever used this? It's a relic and it's awesome. Yep. Act Labs. That's right. I knew it. Azar, we have a few, but we don't have a heavy Japanese population. Last I checked, we were in like 120 countries with the show. It actually had different plates. Yeah, considering this was 20 years ago. It had different plates, so you could change the configuration. Going by memory, I think it had like a 4-speed and a 6-speed, and a up and down, if I'm not mistaken. And you don't unbolt them and bolt them down, kind of like the Thrustmaster. The wheel had force feedback, but there was just something weird about the rotation and the friction. Yeah. Anyway, it was ahead of its time. I was really happy to lay down the money. I ended up going back to, I think it was a red Momo that it was up against at the time, which was one of my all-time favorite wheels. Let's see, B-Sim Racing, talking about the turn racing wheel. What do you guys think of that? It's kind of simple to me. Zach Hodgkin was the owner. Turn Racing was an avid sim racer who started developing custom-built sim racing wheels for private use. How much is this sucker? Comes with a sticker sheet. $670. That's not bad. That is not a bad price. Very similar to what I'm using. Bullhorn, I call it. Jerry, you have one of those in your closet? Sounds like it's clipping as soon as you turn it on. It was not very powerful at all. Yep, new era of rims. There you go. There you go. All right, eye candy. More eye candy. This is the custom G920 rim installed. Feels absolutely perfect and looks incredible. We have a couple variations of this. This is the Mercedes one, obviously. But yeah, that is a Logitech wheel in heavy cover. Here would be a McLaren version. This one, that last one, by the way, was posted by Hildo87. This is on Reddit. Custom 920 rim installed. This one posted by Wishy Wasson Maine. Finished up as McLaren GT3 replica wheel for the Logitech G29. And again, that is a Logitech wheel underneath there. Look at this. Pimp my rig. Arceus is the name. Look at the wall art, by the way, while we're here. Sandman Designs. Well, it's not a rig. It's a desktop. But wouldn't that make a great sim rig? Put a wheel on that. Devin Booth, be nice. What do you guys think? Would that make the ultimate sim rig? Yeah, disco. Disco. I like that. That was worthy. Did we get her name on this one? This was posted by, oh yeah, Arceus. And well, oh, look at this rig. Check this one out. Zyke Kip. And the last TV is in. Whoa. We got some funky screen action going on. Anyway, I like the way, this is a very clean Deathmobile if you really look at it. It's almost like the IKEA Deathmobile somehow. And I like the white finished look to it. And I also, yeah, it's nicely done. Very clean looking. Golden Samsung Ultrawide 20K. Bucho's setup. Alright, what else? Then we got this. Alright, so this has been the biggest debate in the world by everybody. The argument. Look at this guy with the skateboard wheel decks on the wall. Oh, and he's got a little mini ramp on the wall as well. This is posted by C. Dot 8 days ago. Installed triples. Not sure if he prefers them over the ultra wide. This is the picture that we have been waiting for, people. This, when you are asking, the greatest question in sim racing right now really is this. Triples or ultra wide? I get so many people trying to get me to go to an ultra wide, and I'm like, oh, I don't know. I really like my triples, even with big, fat, ugly bezels. What do you think? I'm still... The jury... You know what my problem with the 49 is? It's that it has not gained me this. I need this as much as I need that seamless thing there. Yes. I love this picture. I've been waiting for this picture to definitively see one over the other. You have so many people who are going to the ultra wide. You know, if you're just getting into it, an ultra wide is probably a little tiny bit cheaper than 3 triples of the same caliber. The X is on the... Anyway, I'm still not there. For me, I'll tell you what, for me, personally... Oh, curved seat. So that is why I've always wanted a flat center and curved sides. 3 curves is like this weird 3 curves. But if you do 1 flat and 2 curves, it kind of looks a little better. Azar, you're the opposite of me. VR, then 49s, then triples. I think I'm triples, then 49s, then VR. Triple ultra wide stack. Then you'd have then you have a bezel going the long way. All right, that's what I need. I need one of those SimPit curved screens that uses 3 projectors overlapping. And they use a black screen, so there's like very little over glare or whatever you want to call it. I'm wrong. Oh, and that brings up the Who Does Shaun Look Like contest. Marco, Brett Favre. This contest started about 10 days ago. I believe it was Gamer Muscle who came in and said I looked like some Amish builder family on YouTube. And I bitterly disagree. But we took that as a moment to say, who does Shaun look like? Well, we've had some entries. I've had about 15 entries into this. Some very good ones. We're all going to do the voting. We have a couple days left. Yes, the Icarus Avenger Stewart, exactly, by SimPit. SimPit New Zealand, I believe. Oh, and so is the SimPit variation of it as well. Who do I look like? And this could be a joke. This could be a slam. This could be whatever you want it to be. But we, the people, the SimPit, the pit crew, we're going to vote. And the winner is going to get a SimPit t-shirt, mouse pad, and sticker. I keep hitting that button over here. I don't need that. And so, yeah, we're going to give away a SimPit shirt, mouse pad, and sticker to the winning entry. And just today I had our 16th entry. And here it is. Compliments of a combo. This is a duo of Joa Antonio and Marco Brett Favre. There is their thoughts that in fact, I guess, so this is, they actually said, well, to be honest with you, Shaun and Darren kind of look like Rickles and De Niro, which got a giant, you know what, I'm going to go ahead and drop and give you 10. This is how I feel about that thought, that topic, that conversation. Marco, I'm going to do 10 push-ups for you. Fuck you, Mark! How dare you call me Don Rickles? Anyway, this is the Joa Antonio Marco Favre entry into the Who Does Shaun Look Like contest. And I'm going to go ahead and burn 10 there for that because... Oh, I got to take my battery pack with me. I'm doing these for you, Marco. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, so if you would like to win a SimPit t-shirt, mouse pad, and sticker, whoever you think I do resemble, look like, whether it be a slam and offend me, that's fun. Whether it be a joke comparison, that's fun. All is fair game. My email is Shaun, SHAUN, at thesimpit.com, and I'd love to see your entries. And again, there's only 16 competitors. You could win a SimPit t-shirt, mouse pad, and sticker. Anyway, that is going to do it for today's show. Thank you for tuning in. Excuse me. If you'd like to see some action in our Mustang series, again, go check out Devin Booth's released today video on the SimPit Mustang series. Always fun to watch those races. We have some really great races going on over there. You'll find that on the show today. And tune in just a little while. Mitchie Hoyer is going to bring us some of that alien level sim racing stuff. So tune in and watch him and cheer him on as he goes up against some of the best in sim racing. That is going to do it for this one. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being part of the pit crew. Be sure to thumbs up if you enjoyed the show. Thumbs down if you didn't. If you thumbs down, send me an email and tell me why we suck. And I'll see if I can improve things like that. And of course, be sure to tell a friend. That's going to do it for today. See you soon. This is the SimPit. I'm Shaun Cole.
I'm excited. There's a lot of cars on track. We did have a couple little fuck ups there on the first lap.
What?